Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the quick update over at the situation at the Battle of Bakhmut. And let's start off with this information coming from Remilin 21 on the 1st of May. So now it's 3rd of May. So 2 days ago, he reported that the Ukrainian units in Chasiv Yar, Konstantinivka, Kramatorsk, Sloviansk has been placed on full combat alert. And this is then corroborated with Ukrainian attacks. So the Ukrainians attacked from Hryhorivka, Bohdanivka, as well as from Chasiv Yar. So wrong color. Chasiv Yar. So most likely is attacking from into the western part of Ivanivsky. And this happens on when? It happens on the 2nd of May. So the 1st of May, this information came out, and then on the 2nd of May, the attack happened, reported by the Russian Defense Ministry. And because this is actually 2nd of May report from the Russian Defense Ministry, the attack actually might happen on the 1st of May. So this one you need to understand, because the Russian Defense Ministry's report is at 12 noon. So I cannot just put it as a 1st May report about 1st May. So there's a possibility the attack is actually on the 1st May. So the same thing for Bohdanivka and for Chasiv Yar. And the Russian Defense Ministry also reported shelling at Kalinini, Chasiv Yar, Mykolaiivka, Stupovsky. All happened on the 1st of May. The Russians themselves actually do attack or protection on the 1st and the 2nd of May, and they also attack at Ivanivsky on the 2nd of May as well. And other than that, that's the action from outside of the greater Bakhmut. Within Bakhmut itself, the fighting is still ongoing. The Russians are attacking into the citadel area, where I start to feel that a lot of people is kind of influenced by how I describe this place, and I'm starting to see people calling this the citadel, including Remilin. So maybe either great mind thinks alike, or he's actually also watching DPA's report. And other than that, there is also reports of fighting along the Ivanevskoho street in this area. So this is the situation over at the citadel area. We do not have a lot of information. There is some rumors of the Russians bombarding the buildings, but I don't have much information regarding this. Although it's not also very important in the sense that all this shelling and airstrikes happens on a daily basis. So there is no point of tracking it on the map. And so there is a geolocation by Surya maps of Ukrainian forces at this position. Basically, it is actually the Russians shelling this position. So yeah, if I'm not wrong. So so there is actually Ukrainian position showing the artillery shelling. So I'm correct, didn't remember wrongly. So there's fighting reported along the Perimogi street, and Remilin actually gave a lot of details in terms of the fighting in this northeastern part of Bakhmut. So according to his report, the Ukrainians actually have their defensive line along here, and this is very interesting because it's actually the buildings here actually looks very consistent. So yeah, it looks like they actually form up. This is what Remilin, the pro-Russian source, claimed to be the final stand within Bakhmut. Probably outside of the citadel area, this is actually the final stand before they actually lose this important road and this cross junction towards the way out of Bakhmut. So this is actually the final stand, and according to his report, the force that is fighting along the Perimogi street has reached the last line of defense. So this last line of defense is actually drawn by him on Whip Union's mapping. So Whip Union, he actually took Whip Union's mapping, and then he draw on it. claiming that this is actually where the final line of defense are. And then the Russians are actually pushing in multiple direction. He claims that the Russians have taken the post office region, and they are still pushing, and they are also attacking close to the last line of defense. The fighting is now for the last line of defense down Peromoki Street. There's fighting along this Vizolitislev Dumbasu Street. I don't know how to pronounce that word. That is a ridiculously difficult word. And in fact, the front line might actually be closer to here. So I just want to highlight that because there is a lack of mapping reports from Surya Maps or Ryba. Ryba is deliberately delaying their reports. They are always 1 to 2 days late. And for Deep State UA's mapping, they literally did not update the map for like 3 days, 4 days. So you cannot depend on Deep State UA because they do not want to report on the bad news probably before the Ukrainian offensive began. So this is the current situation with the Russian forces actually making this penetration into the northwest, in the northwest part. So the Ukrainians will have to hold this line, and they cannot let it fall. So this line, if not, then the citadel area will be pointless to keep. They will not be able to keep the citadel area because they will get operationally encircled should this area fall. So let me zoom out and show you the situation. What if it falls? So this is the Ukrainian citadel. This is going to be very, very difficult to actually capture because it's all high-rise building. But this is actually the weak line. So if the Russian forces penetrate through, there will be no... And then you have the Russians actually attacking through, cutting the Ukrainian forces into half, right? So the Russians making this push like this, they will be able to circle back and link up with this force here. Or they don't even have to link up with this force. They just need to hold a line here and hold a line here. This entire area, will not be usable. It's just not usable at all. And there will be no way to reinforce these forces here because there is actually no roads leading to it. The only road is now this. This is the only road that is leading into the citadel area, which is why this line have to hold. So yeah, so this is the implication on the northwest. And according to Remelin's reporting, the fighting here is extremely heavy, and the fighting coincides with Ukrainians launching their counteroffensive in the Bakhmut region. And he claims that both sides, despite both sides claim that they are running out of ammunition, actually fires tremendous amount of artillery in this area here. So it doesn't look like anyone is actually short of artillery. It actually seems more like both sides, according to Remelin, both sides actually deliberately, hold back, and now they are unleashing all their artillery onto each other. So no news about Kromove. So this is the situation over at the Battle of Bakhmut, and subscribe. I see you in the next update.